Hello, everyone. Oh, that's my, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Not video. I'm used to calling it a video. Welcome to another live stream. This is part 3 to the Farm Boy game jam, hosted by, yeah, the 0.7K game contest, but with a twist, hosted by XX Diamond Animates XX on Scratch. And the twist was, I don't remember what the twist was, but I decided to add in my own twist. No, the twist was everybody had to make a farming game. And my twist that I added onto that is I had to make everything in one sprite, which, if you look, I actually did that and achieved a pretty okay game for a beta. But today we're giving this game an update. Now, let's first start off. This is good enough. Like, you can make it sound effects louder, quieter, music louder. We're just gonna keep the music off and the sound effects barely audible. And we're gonna click Start Live because this is the game we have so far. So you press 1 for nothing, press 2 to hold wheat seeds, and you press 3 to hold the wheat that you get from the wheat seeds. Now, in this, I can't speak. Today's update, I want to add the barn, add more places to farm, make the movement system better, make the art, of course, look better, and make it so you don't see this, because you need to see this if you want to switch between scenes, which is annoying, but I also need to improve the AI, because I have an AI customer that walks up like this, goes over, grabs some wheat if there's any wheat, and then walks down leaving, or over here to the cash machine, which I didn't know what it was called. I knew what it was called, I didn't know how to spell it, so I just called it the cash machine. And this is where you go once you have wheat. Let me just show you how this works. Come up to here, see? This means the wheat is fully grown. Grab it. See? Plus 50 wheat. And then you plant more wheat. And then we come down here. And then we press 3 to hold the wheat. And then we press space. And we have to press space twice. And boom. Now we got wheat. The customer takes it and takes it over to the cash machine. And then you press space on the cash machine, you make money. Press C for the phone, which the achievements, that's not supposed to happen, but I know how to fix it, I believe. So we're going to fix the phone as well. And also something else with the customer AI. You see how you can see the customer? Yeah, first of all, that is a bug. That's also a bug. But even though that happens, the customer is, in fact, still there. So yeah, there are a ton of bugs with the AI, which I need to completely fix. And we need to add the barn and add more places so we can make wheat. So let's just go down here and make us some more money. So I can show you another bug with the customer AI. So the AI comes up, grabs it, walks over, walks down, walks over there. Good. Now let's leave. Now let's come back. I guess that's not the bug. It's been a bit since I even played this game. Let me just quickly get up here, because there is a bug with the AI not showing. So let's just wait for the AI. Let's go ahead and farm some wheat while we're waiting for the AI to do its thing. Now let's come down to here. See? It looks like the customer left and there's no customer, but you don't have wheat. Well, the customer is there and they just didn't show themselves, and you can still make money. So that is the problem with that. And with this, it's on top of the player. Like, why in the world is it on top of the player? So I'm going to have to fix that. Same with that, and make it so multiple customers can be here at a time. So there's a lot of stuff to do. I cannot teleport. There we go. Alright, so first things first, let's make the game. What should we do first, actually? Okay, first things first, let's fix the movement. So right now, wherever your cursor is, press W, it will forever look at it. What I want to change it to, you press W, go north, and like that, but without altering with that code. So we need to figure out where the player is. That's all UI. That's UI. That's UI. That's also UI. That's the background. This is the player. So, where is the code? So that's the teleportation code. That's the interaction code. This is the costume code. Where in here is the movement code? Where's the movement code? That's the movement code. Point towards mouse pointer. No, we don't want it to do that. We want it to point towards mouse pointer, but we just want this to act normally. Like, let's say point in direction 90, so that's this. Let's go in and add it every direction. So this will be minus 90. This will be 0, and this will be 180. Now that should fix the movement. Yep. No. What the? Oh, maybe because. So that's broken, but see, now that works. We just need to do that. Boom, now you will move north, east, south, and west. Instead of looking, when you look at the mouse pointer, you move towards the mouse pointer. So you press W and you go towards, but now you go up like you're supposed to. What in the world is happening here? Now that is because this is not supposed to be there, and we need to broadcast movement steps again. Okay, so movement steps, we need to make a new broadcast called look at the player. The mouse, not the player. Run without screen refresh. So look at the mouse will happen after you move. And we come up to here. And we just drop that there. Now it should be fixed. See, now you move and you're looking, but you move in the northeast southwest direction. Instead of pressing W and you go straight to the mouse cursor, now you go how you're supposed to go, in my opinion. Because the other one was so annoying. Okay, so now we got the movement fixed. Let's get the teleportation fixed. How we do the teleportation. Okay, so the teleportation requires certain colors. So instead of requiring certain colors, we have coordinates. So if the player's coordinates are within the X position and the Y position, you do this, you do the X and Y position does not change. I'm just gonna say it does and see if it works. So we can see this is the location of my mouse, so we want the X to be minus 229. And this can be minus 250. And the Y level is positive 18 and minus 50, so 18. I just realized I've been on mute while I have been talking. Okay, if touching clone ID equals 41. I doubt that even work. That has like a 0% chance of working. Yeah. So color detection works. Which we know for the fact that it works. But does it work if it's... What if we had to go to the back layer? No, that's not working. How about we have it ghost be 50%? It's no longer the same color, but if we set it to 99, you physically cannot see it. But if I were to do that, you physically cannot see it, but it's working. That is happy. Okay, so now let's... Okay, what color are you? 1980, and you are 1985. And you are 1980. Because you can use the same colors twice, so that makes sense. But what if I was to do this again? Exactly what I did again. So let's take the grass, take this, copy it, make a new one, paste it, copy this, scroll up to the top, make this 42, scroll all the way back down to the bottom, make this 42, switch costume to costume 2, and we do this again. But we need to see its location, so let's set the ghost effect to 0. And the ghost is, of course, right there, right at this entrance sign, so we set ghost effect to 99. We come over here to market entrance, right here, click right there, which is now 1985, 1985. That has a 0% chance of working how I want it to work. I knew it. Oh, I just now realized I forgot to save this as a copy. Great. So, all that work I just did, everybody can be playing with, which means the game is actually broken. So let me go fix the game. Which might be impossible. It's not going to be possible, I know that for a fact. Copy, scroll all the way up to grass, paste. Scroll all the way down, copy, scroll all the way up, paste. That's been fixed. Switch this back down to 40 clones. And let's go in and switch this back to this dark color. Go in and switch this back to this color. And hide the variables. And this is the alpha. Actually, this needs to become that because I forgot about that. Okay, so this should be working. You press the flag, you press start. You got the new updated movement system, and you walk over here. Teleportation is working correctly. Yep, it works. Now we just need to go to here, scroll down to And we're going to make this a 0.1, 0.2, V0.2.1, fixed movement. I should probably specify player movement. See, this is alpha, this is alpha, this is beta, and this is beta alpha, because full release, beta, alpha, and if you were to do anything else like that, that is pre-alpha. So pre-alpha, and then alpha, and then beta, and then full release. But we're only going to have for full release, beta, and alpha. So in the very first alpha, we added farming wheat and customers buying wheat. Literally, in the first alpha, we added AI. Yeah, it sucks. In the next alpha, I added settings, and in the beta, I added peaceful music. That does not deserve to be a beta. That actually deserves to be an alpha. So we're actually going to fix this. Okay, we have fixed it. That means we need to go over to itch.io page, go to FarmBoy, click Edit Game, and then go ahead and fix everything. Which you guys now get to see behind the scenes. Day soundtrack. None of this stuff is important because you guys can't see it. Well, you can see it, but it's not that important. Copy. Paste. Word. This, added forming weight, that, and that, and that. Now all that's fixed. So in the newest beta, the first beta, we got fixed player movement, and an earlier alpha, we got added peaceful music. So, you know what? I'm also just going to change that up to a 2. Going to change this up to a 4, 3, 5, 135. I'm not going to change this again, ever. But it's updated. And save. Oh, yeah, right. Since this is the beta now, instead of what it used to be, I need to now update it. So that means we come to inside, start the game, come over here, save to my computer, which it saved to my computer, come to Google, and this is where I need to go to HDMI filer, and link is in the live chat. That link I just posted in the live chat is how you get to here. Then you go to select file on your computer, click the game, come down here and title it. So this is FarmBoy version 0.1.0. Add the start and stop button like Scratch has it. Scroll all the way down and HTMLify. So this makes it so you can play the game within the browser itself, like I'm doing for every single Scratch game that is on my itch. All of these are Scratch games, and you can play them in the browser. This one is the 0.7K Game Jam. This one is a Game Jam by Moo Moo Games, or I forgot already. Don't worry about that. We need to click on this, click Edit Game, scroll down. Now this should be done downloading. Now it's done. Wait for this to download, which you cannot see, but over here is the Downloads tab. Come to Itch, upload files, click on the newest results, which you can't see in my folders. So now it's uploading this. And you also, if you want to do a plain browser, you have to go to kind of project and click on HTML. Now once we're done with that, did I remove that? No. Okay, so you take this, copy that, paste it here, click play in browser, move it to the top, and delete the old one. And boom, we got the newest update, which is the movement update, which is this one, fixed player movement. And you got 2 live streams, which, you know what? I'm live right now. Live stream part 1, part 2, and I go to part 3, and that is this live stream. And I go to part, so copy, paste, and that is this live stream. Save, view page, and boom! I will be doing tutorials on how to do stuff like this in the future. Don't worry about that. Nope, I did not want to go there. Okay, also, this is a form where you can answer questions on whatnot. And if you scroll down, I got some suggestions that say I should add a nighttime mode, which I will be doing in a future update. Here we go. Wow, this is a lot of code. Okay, so none of that is actually going to work. We can check that. We're able to check this, but we can't move. So what is the problem? Why can't I physically move the player? There is color detection. We're trying to do coordinate detection because that's much better detection than color. Since we're not doing color detection, though, that should work. This right here should work. That piece of code, 100% should work, but it's not. So you come over here, walk, press space, and how in the world do I teleport over there? You know what? Let's just chuck-ching, chuck-ching, chuck-ching. Now let's come over here and try it again. Nothing. Okay, that should work. We are in the correct X and Y coordinates. Say your X position and your Y position. Okay, so X position, we are within this X range. we are within this X range. I coded that incorrectly. And if we switch this out for Y, we are within the Y range. But we aren't teleporting. That's just amazing. We are in the correct X coordinates because we're within the X position. We're also within the Y position. So why won't ya work? Player status does equal open field, right? Yeah, so this has no reason not to work. Like, zero reason not to. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's a big fat no of that work. Even if we were at the press space, it's not gonna work. There is something else. Because if this won't work, there is one other thing that I can do to get this to work. I didn't realize the music was super loud over my voice. Something that we could do is a 2D camera engine, which is, I already made a 2D camera for a game I'm working on. Let me show you. Where is it? Here it is. And in the camera engine I'm using, see, everything scrolls. We got hitboxes, we got stairs. Everything is working. And it's easy to set scroll. Yeah, it's super easy. Okay, so set X and Y. I'm just gonna have this up on an alternate screen, don't worry. No, that's how that works. So literally, all you do to make this scrolling engine is you. That's not how you spell scroll X. Scroll Y. Set scroll X and scroll Y to 0. Change scroll X and scroll Y by X position times -1 and Y position times -1. That's it. That's all you do. This is literally the side. This is the camera engine. That's all the code you really need. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this up. To be honest, I just feel like deleting every single code in here and just recoding it from scratch. That's what I feel like doing right now, because of how much stuff there is to do. Okay, so set scroll X and scroll Y to 0. Good. Now we come down here to player movement, because you want your player to move, and once your player is done moving, it changes scroll X and scroll Y by its Y X position, but it sets itself back to 0, 0. That's the engine. That's done. Well, to see if this works, X, we need to get something to scroll. So this will go to the X and Y coordinates. Okay, so look, this is how you get everything else to scroll. You forever go to scroll X and scroll Y. That is it. So go to, forever go to scroll X and scroll Y. And see what I mean? Now you got an open world created. It works how it's supposed to work. See how easy that is with literally only 2 variables and like 5 lines of code, 6 lines of code. Literally, you can add this to any game. Now, what do you do? Well, if you want to set an X and Y position, like if you want the world to not be like this when you spawn, you do a minus. So scroll X minus. So let's say you want it to be minus 100. So when you start the game, it starts there. What if you want the game to start with a... Now this, instead of doing a plus, so you forever have the minus, you do minus 100, so it goes up. But if you do just do minus, without adding another minus, it does that. But if you add a minus before that, boom. And now when you spawn, it spawns there instead of spawning right here. That's how you get the scroll X and scroll Y to work. And we just want this to be minus 0, 0. Because we want this to spawn in the middle. So that's all we want for this. And now we just do that with every single scroll go to coordinate. And it's easy. So you just come down to here, duplicate this. You see this scroll X and scroll Y? That's the phone. That we don't want to do that to the phone. Where can we go? Where's the barn? The market entrance. No, that's only on one screen. You know? Yes. So we just replace this. And we set this to minus 100 and then a minus 175. Wrong. We already have the minus added, so we just do this. Hey, Sleepants 100, what's up? I am adding an update to Farm Boy, and I'm right now adding the camera, the engine, the 2D engine I made, which is this. Now see, everything scrolls. Like I coded this to scroll, now it's scrolling. If I were to replace this with this X, now it forever stays there, but with the scroll mechanic, it scrolls with you. But now see, it cannot go off screen, and that's where this thing that I'm glad I made is, and this is going to be called big, because you do this, and you make this huge. Now this will make sense. Now this is also how you size objects that are super small or even that are big to as big as you want. Instead of making this big, you make this as small as possible. If you want to make it big, if you want to make it small or scroll off screen, you make it big. So this is what we do. Before we move, we switch to the big costume, and once we're done moving, we switch back to the market entrance. And now it's gone. Market entrance sign. And now if we did it correctly, it can scroll off screen. Is that cool or what? And I made all of this by myself without help from a tutorial. I couldn't figure out the word. Now, I will be doing tutorials, and this is going to be a part of that tutorial, because I need to do some stuff. I will be back in a second. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so now since we have the scrolling system, uh, now that we have the scrolling system working, I have to recode. I'm trying to say multiple words at once. I have to recode everything you see in here because all of this is coded so it doesn't work with the scrolling system, because I didn't think about adding a scrolling system until the beta, and we are in the beta phase now. So I have to. I did it again. I actually did it again. We are on the shared. I made a. Okay, fine. This is going to be so annoying, but everyone gets to see this. So if someone's trying to play this game, well, sorry, you're gonna have to go to my itch page and download the game or play it on the browser, because I've added a browser, so you can play it within the browser or download the game yourself or the soundtrack. While I'm trying to get this game fixed, because I'm doing it on the shared and not the unshared version. So here, let me send this in chat so you guys can play the game if you want to play the game while I'm working on the game. Alright, since I have to recode all of this code, because it's all in one sprite, and it's built not for this, because this detects, because of this one variable, player status, you got the player status of open field, which is where we are right now, the entrance, which is where car parking slots are at, and the market entrance is where the customer AIs go to. Hey military, welcome to the stream, it's going good. I just have to fully recode everything you see so it can work with the scrolling system I just made with literally 2 variables and 5 lines of code. So this is gonna be fun. So first things first, I need to deactivate everything, make sure nothing works. That means just completely demolishing the code like this, and then later fix it one at a time. And since everything in here, with the twists I added, everything has to be made within one sprite, which is this one sprite, this I have to use color detection, not sprite detection. So I cannot have hitboxes. Oh, that means you can walk through the fences and walk through the barn. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to add how do I add hitbox color detection? I've never done a color sprite a color hitbox detection on sprite. I'm actually going to have to recode this scrolling system for a popular game of mine, which is FNAF World. Yeah, this game is popular. Like, when I mean popular, I mean popular. Let me go to the analytics. That's a ton of views and downloads and comments and collections. Like, for a game, my first ever game, Scratch game that I posted to itch, this is really good because people actually enjoy playing this game. So, yeah, I am going to be making that with the scrolling system. Let's finish deleting all this. Not deleting because I don't know what the code is, but dismantling the code. Hey, Stays, I think I have an idea on the first game. I'll make on RPG Maker MV. The RPG Maker. Is it RPG in a what's the RPG Maker? Can you send me a link to whatever it is so I can see what it is? Actually, all of this is camera UI. This is phone. That is the main this is all the main menu code. So I don't want to touch that, and this is the phone code, so we can touch that. This is the more phone code. That is the background. This is the player. That is for code that doesn't work and is no longer needed. Because we're no longer doing color detection, we are now doing scrolling detection. Okay, that should be everything dismantled. that means it's just this. Uh-oh, this is not supposed to be white, it's supposed to be black, so I just dismantled something that should not have been dismantled. This is the settings. That needs to get remantled, that needs to get remantled, this needs to get remantled. Uh-oh, I actually did mess up with the dismantling, because I dismantled stuff that does not need to be dismantled. Luckily, it's an easy fix for the dismantle. Hold up. This is the back. So it's now a block. And a website where you can make your own RPG games, kind of like Tommy's Puppet Games. Ooh, alright. We could also make an RPG game within Scratch with this thing I've created. Plus, if you also use Gandhi IDE, there's also an extension to make it easier for RPGs and whatnot. But yeah, we can talk about that. More information about that later. Okay, so since we've dismantled all the code, we're gonna start recoding the stuff that has not been dismantled yet to make it as compact and as simple as possible. Because see all of this code? All of this code can be brought down to this, this, and this. Literally all of this code can be brought down to this code. So I'm gonna have to do that right now. So every code that's not dismantled, which is the settings, volume for sound effects and music, and the player, I'm going to re-summarize all that. I know I wanted to do something new for a change. Alright. Fine with me. Don't delete that stuff. That stuff is actually kind of important, I think. Alright, now we gotta redo the clone ID numbers, because the clone ID numbers are actually very important. Okay, so clone ID 1 is the start button. Don't need to change that. Second one is the settings button. Don't need to change it. This one is the title name. I want to make... I don't need to change that because that's all menu stuff. This is the title backdrop. Well, to condense it, we can just do that, and we just condensed the code. So that's been condensed. You want to know the name of my first game on that website? Yeah, I'd love to. Okay, so that's how you make that cool animation. This is changing that. And this can also make it simplified, because in Scratch, the more blocks of code, which is this, what you're seeing, the more blocks of code or costume number or costumes or sounds you have, the slower your game will load and the slower it will be played. So it'll be played at a slower frame rate and load slower. So you need to simplify it as much as possible, which is what I'm doing right now, so it runs fast forever. So this one can also just be simplified by removing like 5 blocks of code, which is simplifying it. Okay, the name of my first game on RPG Maker MV is called Wednesday's Investigation at Freddy's. I actually can't wait to play that or help you work on it. One of the two, whichever one comes first. Oh, so that's... If touching mouse will do this, if mouse down while it's still touching, yeah, I can't change that. This is as simplified as it can physically be, almost. Right, I don't need to simplify that because it's already been simplified. Never mind, actually I can simplify the code. Because this code that you see right here has been duplicated here, so instead of doing that, we just simplified the code even more. Wait, does it? Okay, it does delete that clone. I'll have to make a teaser trailer first to see if people are interested And for that, you need to have some part of the game made, so you have something to show as well. So you got to do some work for the trailer. So yeah, makes sense. Um, the flip is all this. I don't need any of this. All of this is the old code. We don't need the old code. Boom. Music. Peaceful day music. I need to figure out. I don't think I could even simplify this if I wanted to simplify this. Okay, first off, we're gonna have no variables. Okay, I think this taser trailer will be different. Alright, I can't wait to actually see it. So the costume IDs from 22 to 33 is the phone, which shows you that how much money you have, which I'll actually recode. I'll actually fully recode that, like recode all of that in the future. So don't need to worry about that. Right now we need to make, we're just gonna keep it at 40. Anyways, gotta go now. See you later. Alright, see ya. Okay, so set buying to 0 to node, and this is customer AI. So that's customer AI, customer status ready to walk. That's even more AI. Wheat used or added, both set to no. So this is planting code. Wheat mark is 0, so that's the market code. Plants watered. I had to water plants? Right, that was going to be a new update, but I never added watering plants, so I can just delete that because that actually has no use. Yeah, it had no use, just making sure. This is the player. The amount of seeds you have is the player. The amount of wheat you have is also the player. The amount of wait time is actually for the planters. Harvest time is also set to the plant code. Ready to harvest or plant is also in the plant code. This is the phone code. This is player code. Phone closed is phone code. Clone ID number set to 0. We for sure need that. Set player costume to 1. If you look, the player actually maybe. Ooh. Set player costume to 1, so set the player. I'll recode the player costume, but we're gonna set it to I guess nothing, which I will recode that in a minute. Index is for, and the money is for the money code, and the money code is up here. Sound effects, settings, and music are all in the settings code, so that could be stay there like that. And this is the camera, the scrolling camera, so we'll set that to the top. Since this is customer AI, we don't need that. This is buying AI, this is the market, this is the phone, this is planting, and this is the player. So this is UI, and this is the player. So right now, all of that is needed. So player costume, he's holding nothing, so it's going to be nothing. Player status, he is alive and not dead. Because I guess there's a way to die. Set player holding. Player holding is nothing. We can just set the player costume to the player holding, can't we? I'm just going to keep that for right now. Because if we go to the player, this is player, nothing. This is player, wheat, seeds. This is player wheat. Now that will make sense when I'm coding later. The amount of wheat seeds, the amount of wheat we start in our inventory is nothing, and the amount of wheat seeds we have in our inventory is 5, which I'm actually going to change the ratio. So 1 wheat seed will harvest 5 wheat. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we need to actually have 10 seeds, and that will equal a harvest number of how much we added? 50, of course. So we're going to set that to 10 as of right now. But when I add a tutorial level, when the full release comes out, that's going to be set to 0 automatically. Okay, so all of that code can just go there. Alright, scroll down. We got these buttons. Press 1, so switch costume to nothing. And players holding is nothing. Press 2, so if wheat seeds... No, wheat seeds should be higher than 10, because there's no way... Oh, but if I added that, one could give you 5, but if you don't have the full 10... Nah, maybe, no, maybe, no, yeah, higher than 9. We'll set player costume to wheat. That's not how you spell wheat. Wheat seeds. Wheat seeds or wheat seed? Wheat seeds. And we're holding wheat seeds. Otherwise, set nothing to nothing. And this also needs to be set to nothing. And this needs to be set to holding wheat. Okay, this is the save system, which I forgot was added. So the save system, of course, is useful. So enter the save code. It will money, the amount of money you have, the amount of wheat you have, the amount of wheat seeds, what is in the market, if it's tilled or not, and that's all we need as of right now. That will do all of that. Death. We can get rid of that. If leaving, define leaving. Set leaving to yes. What? Okay, hold on. Where is the leaving code? Find leaving. Define variable of leaving. Wait, there's multiple variables of leaving. Set leaving to no. Oh, the leaving is the AI. That would make a lot more sense because it's we don't even need leaving. We're just gonna set a block to delete later because I don't need that. Waiting seconds. What? What is the waiting seconds for? What? There's nothing in here about waiting. What? Wait seconds. It's for the farmlands. Well, it can just wait the amount of seconds it needs to wait. Because none of that's needed. Check if hide. We don't need to check hide anymore. So that can also be deleted. See, I'm simplifying the code. Movement, that's pretty much set. I can physically not touch that anymore. And same with look at mouse, pointer. Well, I can delete that now. That no longer has a use for me. Change costume to costume if costume is not equal costume name. Switch costume name to where in the world is the costume needed? I'm so confused. Animations. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete animations. That has no use right now, but when it does, I will re-add it. Okay, so all of this can be just chucked off to the side, because none of that is needed. That is needed to go there, same with all of that. Okay, so everything you see over here, like the hold up, the settings box, volume down, volume up, and all of this. All of this is required for settings. Which I also don't even want the player to be underneath all of this code. I want it to be in its own separate lane. Like this. So it's set up with that. Yeah, so it's going to be on its own separate lane. So I don't have to scroll up and down for all of that nonsense. And then... okay. This can actually be dragged up for it to make more sense. This would make more sense like that. Just saying. Actually swap those. These would make more sense like this. Alright, now let's go ahead and condense the code even more. Okay, so this... the clone IDs, we have no clue yet. We're just gonna set them to... okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this can be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Scroll all the way back up. I cannot condense this anymore. Cannot condense that anymore. That's not able to be condensed. Neither is that. Wait, what? Oh. So this one is 10. This one is 11. This one is 12. That one is 13. 13. And now this is 15. That was completely my fault for not even seeing that. Okay, switch costume to so switch costume to the join of V and the sound effects volume. So whatever the sound effects volume has been set to, it will do that. So none of this code is useful now. Does it work? Yes, it does. See what I mean? It works, except for one thing, and that is this. Oh, this has no sound effects. Well, it works how I want it to work, so that's a good thing. And we condensed it down super low. But I think we can condense it down. No, I don't think you actually can condense this down anymore. So if you look, that is actually very condensed. Now we've got all this unwanted code to condense. Alright, let's start. Okay. First off, the flip. This. You go to back layer. Okay. Where's the player? Here it is. Oh, you're sprite 10. You're gonna be 17. What is wrong now? 17 is available. Because the grass is 7 and 17 does not exist yet. So this. Oh, right. Set player costume to nothing. Wheat, seeds, and wheat. I just now realized something else as well. Wrong button, yum. 10 minutes. Seriously? Flip you, you stupid scratch. Don't even know why you still exist. There we go. We have all of this working again. So, now let's make the level. Okay, so this part is going to be annoying. Because to make it, we got to, first of all, delete this, this. Not that. Come over here, delete this. Copy this, paste this, move it over. Just give it a second. This is gonna take a bit. Now I do want this to be more separated, so we're just gonna do this. Take this and this. Take this and that. Move it left. Now we want to take this and move it that direction. Move it this direction, move it up, and move it down. Come over to here. Delete this, copy this, come up to here, paste it, scroll down. You're not even aligned? Oh, good thing we're on this so I can't align it. There we go, that's as far as I want that to go down. And that's everything. So I can now officially delete this and delete this. So now if we go play the game, we have an island a place to explore. Over here you got parking. Right here it could be crop fields. Up here could be the barn. Down here's the marketplace, which this is all going to get redesigned. So now you know how this is going to work. Let's get to level design. And to get that to work, we got to select everything in here by doing that. Go to a new thing, paste it, and shrink it. Now everything is small, and now we need to take everything, uncheck it, and then shrink the size. Too small. Big enough. There we go. Now we got the map. Level design time. First off, delete all of this, because all of this is worthless. Like, none of this is useful. There you go. I'm just going to keep that there. Delete. Step 1. Delete all of that. Done. We just need that so we know the color. Step 2, delete all of that. That's just for colors, so I know what colors to use. Nope, it's gonna make a new color. Boom. Now we're off to a blank slate. Okay, so we're just gonna make this as big as this canvas. Boom. Now you can barely see any of that, which is how big we're gonna make this. First off, let's make a pathway so you can walk. Can you guys even hear me? Yes, you can. I just had to make sure. First things first, we gotta see that we can walk, so we're just gonna have this color be a 10 and go straight across the middle. I don't think that's even big enough, but here's the thing. We now go to scroll here, go scroll down to the grass. Okay, so that is good. We just set it to the super back layer, except for one, so show, go to back layer, forward a layer, set size to 100, which we'll deal with later. Switch costume to costume 3 and set costume to costume 3. But if you want to make your sprite as big as possible, you first want to set the costume to a super small costume. So basically a costume that doesn't exist. And we set size to 500. Uh-oh. If player status equals open field. It's supposed to go to the back layer. You're not even supposed to be able to see it. Wait, why is it not scrolling correctly? This is... Oh, we want it to hide. Now let's explore this extraordinary place. Alright, just keep on walking. I think we made it too big. Now it's super small, but we gotta see if we can get to the end. Oh, right. So, it switches to glow, so we can set the size to 500, and then we switch it to big, so we can scroll off screen, and then we switch it to the actual costume after we move. I'm going to set this down to 100. 200. That's not 200. We should find the end in no time. Yep, we did. So 500. There we go. That took quite some time. And I'm thinking about 750 might be a good size. And we literally no longer need the grass. This is going to be called the world. And we're going to set this to 15, seems good. Yeah, I need to check something. Okay, so I'm actually going to end off the live stream right now because I want to go join my friend in Minecraft. Hello, Zif. Welcome to the stream. I'm ending the stream and I'll be back later this week or next week working on this game. So, maybe even tomorrow. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's stream. I am going to save this to my computer. Load from my computer, and I'm going to load the newest update before this update because I actually did mess things up because that was on a public where everybody can play. And this should be, yeah, this was before I messed with everything. And now it works properly. It just has the updated code. And if we go to this, make a new project, and then we not save, load from my computer the file that we were just working on this live stream. Boom. Now we're back to where we left off with this world, and I'll be back later to finish this game. But I'm gonna go relax and play some Minecraft. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's live stream. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Stay playable.